Hey everyone, welcome back to 5-Day Linko, aka 5-Day Crypto, aka the Link One, aka I'm out of AKAs. I'm not actually known by any of those. But we do make some YouTube videos every now and again about Chainlink. So that's why you're here. It's Chainlink. It's Chainlink Day. It's June 1st. Welcome to the first day of June. What you've all been waiting for no reason. So, link on the daily chart. Let's just jump right in because that's what we do. We jump in. We don't have anything. There's no paid promotions. There's no click this link to go to this site to get me more money. No, this is straight to it just for you guys because. So link is between a rock and a hard place, so to speak. So right now, this is the Bollinger Bands. And the red line right down here, the red, I know the red and pink. I get it. They're two shades of red. But this is their 200-day moving average, right? So if we turn the Bollinger Bands on, it looks quite naked. Maybe this helps. Let's start like this to make it easier for you. So right now, we want to hold our 200-day as support if we come back down. That will be a big level because we've been below it, and we've been below it, and we want to hold it, right? Do you see that pattern? Break below, break up, little break below, break up. Now, if we can finally hold, then we can hopefully move back up to where to? Chase. Where? Right here. See the purple line? That's the median of the Bollinger Bands. It will act as support and resistance until it doesn't, obviously. So if we break through it, more than likely we will test the top line. If it holds as resistance, more than likely it will come back down. Or it could just hold the purple line as kind of resistance, as it did with support back here. See that? Where it hits the top, comes back, hits the purple. Goes up, hits the top, comes back, hits the purple. That's called support. When it breaks support, the purple line, when it breaks through it and closes with a daily candle, not a wick, has to be a candle, it more than likely will test the other side, right? See that? Case in point. Easy peasy. So that's a Bollinger Band on the daily chart. That's, short term, about as short term as we go here. Daily charts, about as short term as we go. We go weekly, we go monthly, we go big scale, we go macro scale. That's it. Okay, speaking of, let's go to the macro scale. Weekly. We have a weekly chart pulled up, John. What good news do we have here? Well, we're above the 21 week so far right now. We want to close this above the 21 week. But just like we just talked about in another Bollinger Band, look at what's holding us as resistance right now. The purple line, right? The yellow line is just our 21-week EMA, which is important. We have to break above that. We have to close above that. At some point, if we keep holding these as resistance week after week, eventually we'll probably come back down and test this. Now, does that mean it's going back to 15, 16? No. I'm glad you asked. That means that these bands, top and bottom, will likely converge the longer we can hold in the middle of this, and it will shrink up. See, like this? They're like, think of like a gator mouth, or whatever your mind is thinking about with this. As they're closing up, the volatility decreases. The Bollinger Bands. That's the definition, man. Stop laughing. We close up, less volatility. We open up, more volatility. That doesn't mean prices go up. It depends on where your price action is as to where your volatility is going. If you're above the purple when the mouth is opening, you're going up. If you're below the purple when the mouth is opening, you're going down. So we got to watch that for the big scale. Now, let me be clear. Do you think anybody with a Chainlink neon sign is bullish or bearish on Chainlink? Obviously, long term, I'm super bullish on Chainlink. In the mean term, is that a thing? We have to just wait and see what Bitcoin does. Now, the good news about Link is it has basically just trended up against Bitcoin its entire life. Very few coins do that. I'm sure you're well aware of that at this point. If not, now you do. So, if Bitcoin can just go sideways for a little bit, and just, get close to its 21 week. If it gets, let's go look at it. We're going to throw Bitcoin in a link video. Bad boys. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing. So Bitcoin on the weekly, look at where we're at. At some point in the not so distant future, we're going to test this 21 week. I think we will do this, in my opinion, just my opinion. I think we will test this before we go back down. If we go back down, it's a big if. But if we can slowly come up here over the next week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, and test our 21 week, currently 43.7. This will obviously be moving down over the weeks, right? You can see the trajectory of where it's going. If we get a test, some coins, certainly Link is included in that, will move up. People will could and should probably get bullish again a little bit. But we're not going to get macro term bullish until Bitcoin can close a weekly candle above the 21 week and continue to hold it as support, as shown in Exhibit A back in here, and all of this. Okay, Bitcoin has to hold. Let's just zoom in for them. Look at this. We get above the 21 week. This is last March. Remember the pandemic drop? We're kind of similar to this, but we need to, the longer it takes us to do this recovery, this is called a V-shaped recovery, by the way, the longer it takes us to start printing these kind of candles. Right now, we're like in our second week, right? If we don't start printing, 10, 15% weekly candles relatively soon, starting, I would say, next week, right? The less likely this happens, and the more likely we just kind of trend sideways. But as long as we can come up like this, and we don't even have to break it, this would be great news. This is the best case scenario right here. If this happens again, everything would get back to normal pretty quick. And by pretty quick, I mean a couple months, right? If we come up here and just hold it as resistance for a few months, or a few weeks rather, right? Altcoins can still get going again, as long as we don't reject off of that. If we reject off the 21 week, it'll probably harshly, and it'll probably quickly, and altcoins will likely bleed harder than Bitcoin does. So right now, Bitcoin is the safer play, so to speak, as far as volatility goes. That's it. Now, if we get up here and just hold it and just kind of go sideways, Link, several other big coins will trend up. Let's go back to Link, the coin of the day. Coin of the day, car of the day, whatever. So that's about it, really. That's it. As far as, we can go to the 30-minute. You can see how more narrow the bands are getting, even on a 30-minute chart. Just look. You can go back and play with all this stuff and see how all the bands and the price action interacts. It works on any style, but it's just the bigger time frames have more significance, more weight to it. So we're about 8 minutes in. What do you got for me, John? Car of the day? I did a live stream earlier because we had a killing. 8 people in there. It was awesome. But yeah, maybe we'll try a live stream later in the evenings at some point in time. Let me know what your preference time is. There's people all over the world that watch me, and by all over the world, I mean 3 people from other countries. We're still trying to grow here. It just takes time. I get it. Let me know what you think about this. Do you like a little bit more laid back, or do you want me to be super serious like this about everything? I don't know. I feel like most YouTubers are just so serious about things. You could still know what you're talking about and still be successful in trading without the seriousness. You don't have to shock face and, you have to whatever. We just have fun. We have fun here. I don't care. What do you want to talk about? Slip and slides? I don't know where we're going. Car of the day. We showed it in our live stream earlier. We're going to go with this. Tesla Roadster. I mean, the real car is not out yet, but SpaceX package confirmed by Mr. Doge Schiller himself, Elon Musk. SpaceX package will have 10 cold thrusters on it, which will accelerate the car 0 to 60 in 1.1 seconds. You heard that right. Confirmed. Yep, I'll be saving up for that one. And yeah, quote of the day. We're just making this up as we go. This is one cut. I have no idea what I'm going to say next. Quote of the day. I don't got one. Come back to me. Maybe I'll post it on YouTube a little bit later. This is all live. It might as well be live because I'm not re-recording it. We're 10 minutes in at this point. Most of you have dropped off. There's some of you that, subscribe to my Patreon that are probably watching. I could probably name your names. I won't do it. All right. I'll just publish this as is. Let me know what you think. Raw and uncut. No edits, nothing. This is me to you. You to me. All right.